Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. Why they got us cutting up? Woo! Why they got us cutting up? Woo! Why they got us cutting up? Yeah. Why they got us cutting up? Woo! Yeah. Who you know got a flow like this? Tell me who got a flow like that?
Well, you know, today we want to jump right in it, man, and just get it popping because, you know, we want to spend some time with our special guests, and we got a very special episode and want to spend a lot of time really delving in because we're going to help some people today. You know what I mean? We're going to be talking about dream chasing. We're going to talk about the elements and the steps to pursuing your dream, no matter what that dream is. And, you know, we're at a table full of people who've accomplished all types of dreams. You know what I mean? So I feel it's our duty. You know, we got to share some of this stuff. And our special guest that we're about to get into, pause. But our special guest that we're about to get into the interview with.
We've been hanging out too long because my brain said it while your mouth said it. My brain was like, pause.
Pause. But no, you know, our guest that we're going to be talking with is also out there in the world achieving all kind of stuff and, you know, making her presence felt on an independent level. Like she don't have nobody like throwing her out there. She ain't, you know, twerking for nobody to get likes and all that stuff. She's out there using her talent and her wonderful brain and, you know, just her wherewithal to make clear path for herself in this industry. She's going to be a big deal. She's already a big deal, but she's going to be a real big deal. That's what's up. And so without further ado, I would like to introduce my friend, Teresa. But, you know, the world knows her as Topnotch Worldd. You know what I mean? Topnotch Worldd. But I call her Teresa.
What a lovely introduction. Make sure y'all put the link in my bio to follow my OnlyFans because time is hard.
I know that's right.
Hold on, you got OnlyFans?
Wait, what you doing on OnlyFans? What you doing up there? You showing the toes? Like, what you doing?
I was being funny because, you know, he was like, she's not twerking. She's not doing all that.
That would have messed my whole intro.
Hey, I'd have loved it, y'all. I'd be like, yo, you got it?
Yes, I am.
Go to my OnlyFans, Pepto twerking.
Was before. Look.
Yeah. Everybody got a beginning. Go ahead.
No. It was only a joke.
Yeah. You know her from Wild 'N Out. You know her from Family Time. You know her from other things out there and other things coming up. And some of you may just know her from her phenomenal run in social media, locking down shit. Yeah. If you watch any one of her videos, the thing I like about Teresa is if you just look at her pictures, you be like, damn, that's a pretty model, right? And then you watch her videos and be like, this Negro is a damn fool.
And you dying laughing.
She does stand up, and I've actually seen, I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen the videos, and she's hilarious. I was praying to God when I seen her first one that I saw. I was like, oh my God, please, Teresa, be funny. And you know what? This Negro is hilarious. You know what I mean? So she's definitely killing it from all angles. What's goody? What's going on with you?
What's going on, guys?
How you enjoying this lockdown?
First off, I want to say thank you guys for having me on here, you know.
Thanks for being here.
It's our pleasure.
Tomorrow is like a pre-birthday.
Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
That was your point when you were supposed to jump in with a run.
How old you going to be?
I'm going to be an age.
There you go. Listen, you know I was about to get that.
Never ask
a lady.
Never ask a lady.
For a second, I was like, yo, is she going to answer that? What?
I knew she was about to curve it.
Right. I am going to be blessed with another year.
There you go.
Indeed.
That's
finally going to be 21, huh?
Yes, right. I'm finally.
Finally can buy your own drinks.
There you go.
But no, you know, so what are you up to? I know you're in ATL. I know you had a project you just came off of or are in the middle of.
Yeah, I was doing a project in Houston. And, whoo, be careful, guys, because everyone got sick on the set.
Oh, what? No. With COVID or something else?
COVID.
Oh, wow.
This is what's so crazy to me, though. So, like, people was like, and it was like following a cough. So it was so funny because people was like, it was like a domino effect. Like one person was getting sick, then another person was getting sick. But like they shut down the production when the first person got sick. But after that, everybody was just keeping in contact with each other, like how you feeling, da da da. Yeah. Like it was like a domino effect. People were just like, I'm not feeling good. I'm having fever. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And like everybody went to go get tested. 3 people came back positive, 3 people came back negative, but all of them were sick.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and this is the whole reason why I just feel like the test is like kind of bullshit.
Right.
Where it's just like, you know, but it's like to work, especially acting, we're gonna have to do COVID tests in order to even film again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they already sent that notice out.
Tests
Like you have to.
heard.
Yeah, it's gonna be required, which I don't mind, but I'm not willing to take it unless I have to go to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like you got people, like I said, they was sick. They had fevers. They was like, you know, and they was negative.
Oh wow.
Like they lost their taste and smell. They couldn't and
Damn.
they was negative. Yeah, for sure.
So you didn't get
like,
any COVID?
No, thank God. Like with
That's
me, like with so good. That's why I was like literally just praying on the set. I'm like, Lord, just just stay in front of it. No, for real.
Yeah,
like
I feel you.
Like you got it. Like you just stay in front of whatever
That's
it is.
right.
Like don't be on the side. Be in the front.
Oh yeah.
So which and for me, I still quarantine because at the end of the day, I was coming from a place where people was positive.
Right.
So like I got family out here, so I wasn't like I didn't see my mom, my dad. I was like, nah, y'all gotta wait 2 weeks because them niggas sick. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't, you know, it's like I only thing I would say for me, like I felt a little funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it was like a funny, but I wasn't sick. Like I didn't have a fever. I wasn't coughing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have throat ache. I didn't throw up. I didn't have diarrhea. Like I had no symptoms. I taste, I smell whatsoever, but I don't know if it was like a mind thing or what it was, but I just did my 14 anyway.
Yeah.
Just in case. You know what I mean?
Did you have any fatigue or anything like that?
No, I mean, I didn't lose breath. I wasn't nauseous. I wasn't like, the most I can say I had a headache.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody have headache.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but it's just like anything you do now, they're like, oh, it's COVID. You know what I mean? With like
I feel like that though. If I cough, I sneeze, I'm like, oh no.
If you hear somebody else sneeze around you, you're like, oh man.
Well, the rule is you can't cough more than once.
Oh no.
If you cough more than once, everybody like,
go to Walmart, start coughing.
Yeah.
Right, the Dom coughed one time, and I counted that one time, so I'm like waiting for number 2 to come. Like,
yeah, right.
I was like, here's one time, my nigga, look.
Yeah, right. The second one, we're calling the police.
Right. No.
You got to go.
Right. It's so messed up. Like, it's just like we live in, I really cannot just believe the times we're in. Like, I can't even believe the kids not going to school. I wish this would have happened when we was in school.
Oh God,
Man, listen.
Yeah, it's like you don't have
virtually
to, at school. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I feel like our parents would have got like more violent.
Yeah.
Dealing with all this COVID stress and then having the kids home all day. Like, why
and then BLM, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
2020 whipped our ass.
But you want to know something? I'm not gonna lie. How I also feel like that it's just kind of like, I do believe it's real. I do believe people getting sick. I do believe, but I mean, at the same time, like I was out at the protest, and people should have dropped dead yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was so many people barely having masks on, all that interaction, and like it should have been. I mean, it should have been an overload. Like people can't even make it to the hospital. We had to come to your house and try to take care of you because we have no more room. Like it was 50,000 people out here in Houston. But even though they said Houston is it's a hub for it now, but even in LA, like it was just a lot, and I don't know, like
the states have all been booming since the protests.
And Miami,
Miami went into this huge. That's why they're like reeling back now. Like,
but the thing about it
we
is,
gotta go back to phase 1.
But this is the thing. What about the people? Like it's like the people that was protesting. People I know that's protesting are good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and everybody.
Some people's like immune systems are strong, man. And some people are just weak, and some are in the middle. You know what I mean? Like I never get sick, just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know if I get sick, then I'm instantly thinking COVID. Because I rarely get sick, and I don't have no flu vaccines and none of that.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, and see, and maybe that's what it is too, because I don't do the flu vaccines.
Yeah, I don't either.
Never have.
Yeah, neither have I.
Not interested.
Yeah, but talk to us about let's get into some of your stuff. Like let's talk about family time. Let's start there, and let's talk. No, you know what?
Right.
Not even family time. Let's start off where you started off. with making your videos on social media. I discovered you the first time, like I didn't discover you, but I discovered you for myself the first time on Instagram.
Right.
You know, and I remember, it's funny because before I actually met you, I remember seeing you, like, your crazy ass videos, and I'm just like, yo, this woman is insane. And like, who comes up with this stuff? And then that juxtaposition of how pretty you were versus how nutty you are. In a good, and I mean that in a good way. And so it's different.
I tell you, it still happens. It's so crazy. Like, it's like, you know, I post so many videos and I come on the Instagram and I like won't look like they like, I mean, bonnet on, hair everywhere. I mean, like, then when I post a picture or not even a picture, like, 'cause I barely post pictures, I'm like, between like within the last like 2 years, I've been doing better with pictures. But when people see me out in person, they like, oh, you're actually pretty. I'm like,
because
I guess so.
Crazy.
I know. Thank you.
Like, yeah, thank you. Like, right.
Like,
but yeah, yeah.
Like the craziest video is the one. I like a lot of your videos because they're all funny. Because there's a lot of social media people. Yeah, I'll leave them nameless, but they have big numbers, and you go and watch their videos, and they're constantly making videos, and you're just sitting there like,
It's mildly amusing.
like, this is trash. This person has, you know, you look at the video has like 100,000 views, and people comment, and you're just looking like, this is trash.
Yeah.
But you know, you have people like yourself whose videos are actually hilarious. But the thing with your videos is you come up with shit that I'm like, you know, I start blushing watching it. You know, where I'm like, yo, she is just tap dancing on that line, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, like, but the one, I think the craziest one for me, because I might not have seen them all, but the craziest one for me is the one of you arguing with your vagina about going back to get some dick from your ex.
Yeah, you would blush at that one.
Yeah, no.
Oh, but I'm like, I'm sitting there watching, like, who does this shit? But it's funny, you know what I mean? Like, how brave you gotta be. What goes through your mind? Because I know when you make some of these videos, you have to stop and think, like, am I pushing the limit too far, or like it?
Nah. Well, I feel like it's a lot different now because it's like, you know, I probably started with Instagram maybe like 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like 2014, and like I was on Vine originally, and it was like me, DC. Who else was on Vine? It was me, DC, like all of the New Orleans people, like, you know, that's from New Orleans. Everybody was on Vine, but I switched over to Instagram because I was like, oh, this is longer, you know. But I was still kind of doing the Vine or whatever. But like, it was so fun. It was such a fun thing. It was like for nothing. You know, this was before people was aiming to get Instagram famous. Like, it was no such, what am I worried about, a verified or millions of followers or being famous? It was literally all about having fun and just entertaining. And it was like literally like, so because with me, I already had an Instagram page, but my family would always try to be my friend. And I was like partying and turning up and like liquor. And there was just so much. And like my mom probably would have been probably trying to sprinkle oil on my page. I mean, you know, I mean, she would have went into a whole 60-day fast if she was my original, you know, Instagram. So I was just like, you know what, I'm about to just throw, but I always did like stupid stuff on my Instagram. Like, but I was like, I'm about to just throw all my videos on my original page and make a whole nother page. And that was a Top-Notch Worldd. And then after that, it just like blew. And I was like, oh. I was like, that's what y'all want to hear? I got some more to say. Like, I can give you that. It became like crack. Like, it was like, I mean, my eyes would hurt. I'd be like just, I mean, like it was so much. It was just so much thing. And then like over the years, it then became like very, like, I was like, oh, I can't do this. Like, I stopped doing Instagram for a minute. It became depressing for me because I really couldn't grasp, like, I was like getting booked and how people know me in a whole other state and like love me. And it was just like, hold up, don't love me, love God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like that. And I'm like, Lord, that's what you want me to be doing? Like, cause, you know, switch over I was switching over in my life, and I was like, God, I don't know, I don't like this. Like, thank you. Like, you know, it was just too much. But then I got over that, and you know, now here we are. You know, I do it, but I kind of slowed up on the Instagram because, like, for me, it's like
well, your brand is different now. Like your brand is much bigger.
It's man, it's so different. I go back and I look at my old videos and I be like, what were you thinking?
So,
Like,
when you were doing this, were you thinking I want to also go and do films and shows and stuff like that, or did this grow as you were growing?
Well, see, for me, it's always like I've always like been like I did drama class. I did little movies with me and my friends before Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like when we'll like act out and put it on MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Well, not MySpace. We'll put it on Facebook or whatever like that. And like I got little movie projects that I just do myself. And like it's I've been doing it, but I never wanted to do it. Like I never thought about doing it like professionally. You know what I mean? And I blame my parents for that because they should have seen it.
So what point did it hit you where you were like, I could do this for a living, like, and really be one of those people, you know, in Hollywood?
When I started doing like independence, like when I started doing other people's stuff, and I'm just like, yo, like I'm about to go for this shit, like full throttle. Cause for me, it's just like, and not only that, like, when as far as like Instagram, because it is a platform for like what's next, like that's the thing. It's like, okay, what's next? Like what are you gonna do next? Yeah. So like if you're not like having a product out, a podcast, stand up, act, like it has to be something. So my something was acting. But then after that, like people wanted me to do stand up so damn bad. So I was like, I gotta get on stage. You know, so I did the stand up, which I don't mind the stand up, but I'm not like in love with stand up. I love the camera. I love behind the camera and in front of the camera. I like creating stories, you know. I like a good storyline. So I stopped doing stand up though. So
oh, did you? Oh
yeah,
man, well you were good when you did it. That's the GOAT.
Yeah,
you got in and then retired. Like.
Yeah, it was dope. I loved it, but it wasn't like for me, this is what it is. Like, and you know, I could be wrong, but when you enter the industry, I feel like you gotta give them one thing. Like what is the one thing you want them to know you as? Because if you're doing this too much, it's like I can't stamp you for something. Yeah. And people don't want to see you in 5 different things. Like you gotta let people follow you in one thing first. Like I want to be a fan and love you for this, and then I'm gonna follow you wherever you go after that.
Right.
But if I'm following your music and I'm following stand up and I'm following film, it's like, and then you on Instagram and then you on YouTube. Hell, I'm seeing you too much.
Yeah. You saturate the market. I understand that.
Yeah, like it's not even an artist surprise where it's like, whoa, I didn't even know she did stand up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what, she can sing? Like, hold up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that. It's like you giving us everything you got.
Yeah.
Like this is my hand and y'all see it all. Like, nah, I'm not. I don't want
got
that.
stuff all over the place. It's like people. Yeah. That allows people to like you or like what. That when you have stuff all over the place, it allows them to like the stuff you do. But when you have a focused lane and you master it, that's what makes people fall in love with you. And then, like you said, they follow you to, you know, you do other stuff, and they're like, oh, damn, I didn't know they did this or did that. You know, it's like Beyonce. We all know Beyonce from singing at the core, you know, but then Beyonce branched off and later on went and started acting, and everybody's like, oh, shit, she's actually really good. Yeah. And then, you know, so you got other stuff, and, you know, then she branched off into apparel and other things. And so, yeah, we definitely get that. Tails, was that your first, like, big gig, or what was your first one?
No, my first filming gig, I think it was How High. That was my first one.
How High? The first one?
The first one or the second one?
That was the first one.
You were in the first one?
No, not was in the first one. No, that was my first film. I wasn't in the first one. Look.
I was wanting to say that.
Yo, you messed my whole head up.
You said How High.
I
was like, yo, stop it.
My bad. Okay, yeah, How High.
Okay. With DC and other guys?
Yeah, that was my first film as far as like a feature. So, you know what I'm saying, TV. So that was like my first like thing that I'd done, and then I did like everything else after that. So like, you know, then I did the Tails, and then the It was another thing on Bounce.
Family Time?
No, not Family Time.
Oh. Saints and Sinners?
With
No.
with
Bounce got
Carl.
them joints on there, huh?
Yeah.
Bounce got them joints.
With the bar and
Oh, I don't know that one.
The one with
Whitfield is
Sean.
in it.
What was his name? Marshawn.
Whitfield is
Marshawn
on
Dixon.
it.
What's that dude? name?
Marshawn Dixon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, with Marshawn on it. Whitfield
Yeah,
is on
Marshawn.
it.
Atlanta?
The dude from
The singer.
Yeah. I thought his last name was Dixon. Marshawn Dixon.
Call. I really can't believe my brain is.
Now I think you can ask anybody at this table. We could name everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the lady at the
So
table.
I have a question for you. So what is your ultimate, because I know you said that you like being creative, you like being in front of the film, making stories. What is like your ultimate passion? If you could do one thing for the rest of your life and be totally happy with it, what would it be?
Ministry. If I could do one thing and be totally happy with it,
Really?
Oh wow.
never, like, to the point where it never makes me sad. That's probably one thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
wow.
So were you raised in the church?
Yeah.
No.
What?
That's okay. So how did this come to be then?
Well, like, I come from a praying family. You know what I'm saying? And like, they're really heavily like people. I feel like you can find God anywhere, but we're so used to like, the church. But I mean, this is the temple, your body. You know what I'm saying? 2 or more, that's church. You know what I mean? So, but I feel like as I got older, like, and I started reading, and then I had my mom, and like they're like, just warriors, praying warriors, and just like learning and having, honestly, it's just like really having that intimate time with God, like studying and reading the Bible, writing down notes. Like, I wasn't even in school that much. Like, this is the first. I didn't think I can study. Like, I was never a study.
Oh wow.
Ever. Like, I had to stand up in class because I could not sit still. Like, I was like that. Like, I mean, ADHD. I mean, my attention span's so short, but this is like the one thing I honestly say, like, I'm looking up, it's like 10 o'clock, and then I see it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Like, I was really into this long. It really surprised me. Like, I've never in my life, ever. That was like the first thing that I really like had a passion for. And it's like, if I didn't, like, I was really at a point where if I miss like 2 days, like I get an itch. Like, I'm like, oh no, I got to take time out. Like, I'm like, something off. Like, no, I got to take time to do this. Yeah, I mean, I really need to get back on that. But at one point in my life, I really was like that. If I miss a day or two, it was I was hungry. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Like, I gotta take time out. And I would even like on Snapchat, I'll have like little Bible stories on Snapchat. Like, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. Because at one point in time, like, I was celibate. Like, I was celibate for 2 years, and in them 2 years when I was celibate, like, that was the reason why to get closer to God. Because I was like, doing all this stuff, and it really just really was like, that's what I really gained a passion for, and I'm still like that to this day. Like, that's one thing I'm like really interested in, like in history. Like, I mean, when I say anything spiritual, like from God to the devil, I want to know it all.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to know details.
Yeah, I want to know details. I want to know what you into, what, how, why, and me. Like, I want to know the good and the bad.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, so I was into it. Like, I mean, I would go look at, you look at the demonic stuff. I did. I like to know. Like,
knowledge.
Good to know.
You have to know.
Right.
If you
Study
don't know
everything.
one side, you got to know the whole side.
That's
You
right.
can't just be like, no, you need to know why you a blood wash. Why you a blood wash Christian? Why you don't want to do that? What's this? Especially when you get to know people. There's a lot of people into a lot of stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, you one of them.
And it's important. Knowledge helps you to understand and discern what is mandated by man and what is mandated by God. It's a huge difference.
And find out where the backgrounds came from.
Yeah.
Like, why did God say do that? Like, why did that make sense? And then when you understand the background, you're like, oh, well, no, then that makes perfect sense. I get it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like, it's deep. Like, yeah, it's deep.
So I want to know, and this jumping topic a little bit. What is?
Yeah, no, it's cool.
What is your favorite project that you've done, or favorite piece that you've done?
I'm gonna tell you
that you enjoyed the most, regardless of money. That you enjoyed the most.
I would say Family Time. And I would say family time because, I mean, this is the thing. What I with film, it's like you like the role, and like for me, it's like I feel like I haven't even done half of the stuff I'm going to do. But like you're with these people 12 hours a day, from 6 to, and you might be longer, to 6 in the morning to 10 to 11. Like you have to be able to love everybody, from the makeup, the directors, the producers. It has to be a flow. It has to be a thing. So I would say family time, because I mean it was just such a blessing. Like everybody is just so. I mean it was just so much. The energy was good. I mean it was just so much love. Like I just felt like a butterfly.
Nice. It's a lot of clips that I see shared from family time involving you. So you're hilarious on that too. And I'm not gonna lie to you and say I watch, because I don't watch a lot of TV in general. Yeah. But the most of what I've seen of you on Family Time has been from people sharing clips with you on it and some of the stuff you shared. Now, you know, I look and I'm like, man, she's on her way, because I mean, not only do you have the look and all that and the drive, but then your talent. Like you could tell you're one of those people who does not rely. Like some people, it's like, I look like this, so and this is all right. This is what I rely on. Yeah.
And it's almost like they can't be natural. That's one thing I like about your work. You're natural.
Yeah, you're like this. You're not trying to do it. This is whatever. But who I really am, you know, is up here. Right. You know? Let's get to it. Right. Exactly. How long were you on Wild 'N Out? I know you did Wild 'N Out for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I did Wild 'N Out for, I think, 4 seasons. 4 seasons.
Was it 4 seasons?
Yeah, it was 4 seasons. Yeah, 4.
How was that working up? Because you got on there and you weren't like one of the Wild 'N Out girls. You weren't there for eye candy.
Yeah.
You were there
I was one of the comedians on there.
Right, like you were really on there doing your thing. How was that experience?
It was fun. I really enjoyed Wild 'N Out. It was great. For me, I feel like Wild 'N Out is a stepping stone type of thing. You know, you don't go to Wild 'N Out expecting to be a star. Wild 'N Out is like that's the show that's gambling on you, that's taking that opportunity, that's giving you that opportunity and taking that gamble on you when no other TV networks would for the first time. Like your first time. You know what I'm saying? Like so Wild 'N Out is one of those things where, all right, we're gonna give you this opportunity. You come on here, you get yours off, you do your thing, and then after that, you need to
make it happen.
It's on you. You know, so I man, when I tell you I appreciate like even just Wild 'N Out and just even the whole Wild 'N Out community, like because like even like with the How High 2 and so many other things that they'll like say my name and they'll mention my name, like they really look out. It's really like a family there for sure.
That's dope.
For sure. But it's also one of them things where you get on there, but you need to have what's your goal? Like Wild 'N Out it cannot be like, oh, I want to be on Wild 'N Out and that's it. Like, no. Like, do you want to be a comedian? Do you want to do stand up? Like, what's the next big thing you want to do? Because this can help you get there by saying, I'm on this hit TV show that's been running for 15 seasons. You know what I'm saying?
That's major.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So I have to bring this up because it's made me think about it, of course. But one of the things that I've heard everybody say, especially about Wild 'N Out, is that Nick Cannon literally gives people a platform. And I love that you said that. Like, he's giving people a platform where other shows aren't really doing that, especially for us right now. You know, people
shout out to Nick.
Yeah, big shout out to Nick. So I want to ask you, of course, we all have heard everything that happened concerning Nick and the show. How do you feel? What are your thoughts on that whole thing?
Oh, and what him like them.
How they treating him.
Yeah, how he was treated.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, for me, I just feel like it's so unfortunate. And I just feel like he don't deserve that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's especially like just being that pioneer and just honestly just being, you know, he was like a gateway. Like he literally, like you said, just brought opportunities. Like when nobody else would. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, and you have certain shows and certain platforms that won't take people from, because I mean, at the end of the day, like just being honest, like being a person from social media and that does like have a social media platform, and film, like you got most people that be like, oh yeah, that's it's cool. They laugh and tag you and like on online, but they don't really want to put you in their production because they don't really like think that's gonna
that goes on a lot.
They don't think it'll translate.
Yeah, like 'cause it'll just be like, oh, like, and I've literally heard it like, oh, she's just an Instagram sensation.
Yeah. So
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like I haven't got that because like for me, I don't even go into the room with social media even though it's a good asset, but like I audition like everybody else. I'll go to the acting classes. I do the same, like just like everybody else.
Grind like
you know what I mean? Like people might be like, "Oh, you did this." I've been with my agent. I was with my agent for 4 years before I booked anything.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yes, 4 years.
Yeah,
I was auditioning for 4 to 5 years before I booked anything. Like these people want to see you, and it's just like it's deeper than like once you get to know these casting directors and you do this and you do that and you just like with this new face, they want to like, okay, we just unless you just have that certain look and that certain talent where we can't find you nowhere else.
Yeah.
But it's just like you don't have a name. We don't really know you. Like you never been on TV before. We can't be like, oh, and this person. Like, who the fuck is that? That's not gonna steal. That's not gonna bring people in to watch. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
exactly.
This is a business.
Exactly.
People don't understand it. Yeah,
it's super business. What would you give people? Because we're talking about dream chasing today, and just some of those steps. No matter what lane.
No, that's good.
No, yeah, you gotta be.
Sorry, like.
What is some advice that you would give to someone younger than you who is pursuing their dream, whatever that dream is? Because in the field you're in, the field we're all in, it takes a certain amount of tenacity and
heart.
Right, and heart and bravery and courage and just not stopping. What would you tell someone that if they came to you and said exactly what I'm asking you, what can you tell me about pursuing dreams that I should know?
Number one, because at the end of the day, I work in faith. So number one is to trust God. That's number one. But everybody says
100%.
that. But the most important thing is to trust your yes and your no. You have to, like, it's like you can't be beat down by your no. You got to trust your no. You got to trust that no. You got to trust that there's way more for you and way bigger for you. That it's going to be such a bigger yes, because people get so caught up in a no and be like, oh, I'm not good enough. Or is it like, it's me? No, it's not you. It has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to trust that no, and you got to trust that no so much that that, look, oh, my yes coming. Like it's a no because I wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
blocking you from something.
It has nothing to do with you. It wasn't meant for you.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
That's one of the most important things is what you just said right there. Because even I've had people mentor me early on, and the one thing they used to say is get used to the no's.
Yeah.
Go for the no's. You need them because if you don't, you're that many steps still away from the yes. So if you don't go get them no's, you're no closer to your yes. It's there, and you don't know what number of no's you got to go through, and it's usually a lot.
Yeah.
But every no is closer. Yeah. So I would get excited. Like, no, you don't want me?
Got you. Let's go.
Cool.
What's
I'm closer.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm one step close. Come on. I need another no.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody, give me another no. You know what I mean? So that's a hugely important thing.
I actually had a mentor tell me that. He was like, just when you hear those no's, don't get downhearted and don't get brokenhearted. He said, remember that's just a key that didn't work for that door. He was like, move on to the next door.
Strengthens you.
He's like, eventually you'll find which key fits the door, and he's like, just remember you're the key. It's gonna work one day.
Yeah, that's dope. And so we're not gonna hold you up much longer. Tell the people where they can find you at to continue following you and catching the updates, because I know you got a lot coming up, and I know you're gonna have even more success piling on, and I'm excited to watch you blossom in this industry in all different kinds of lanes. Where can they follow you, keep up with you?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I don't tweet. I thought Twitter. I thought we gave Twitter up, but I mean, everybody still tweets.
It's all if you're a politician now,
right?
Politics,
social
media.
But
just Instagram, Facebook, TopnotchWorldd with 2 Ds. And That's where you can follow me.
Well, in the words of a president of the United States, bing, bing, bong, bong, we appreciate you being on the show with us. And
That was awesome.
we have other announcements coming up, and we have Polymark Films, and we're making some films, and Teresa's definitely going to be involved in some of that stuff we're doing. And
Nice.
so be on the lookout. And outside of us, she's going to do a million things more. Thank you for cutting up with us for a minute, dropping them jewels. You know what I'm saying?
Good
Yes,
one, my
thank
dear.
you for
That was cool.
having me. I
Yes,
had such a
girl.
great time.
Definitely.
It was so nice meeting you guys. And yeah, thanks for listening.
Most
Thanks for
definitely,
being
most definitely.
here.
And we'll talk soon, love. All right, you hold it down.
All right, go.
And you keep. I know you're gonna keep cutting up without us, so you
Yeah,
just keep
yeah.
cutting up, doing your thing.
I'll be back in LA next week. Get us the stuff.
Tear it up, COVID
Yeah, yeah.
She's coming. All
All
right,
right.
love. Hold it down.
Why they got us cutting up? Woo! Why they got us cutting up?